We've only gone and done it. We have just beat Frankfurt 1-0 in the Europa League to send us through to the semi-final of the Europa League. And I am so buzzing, man. Over the moon. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, comment and subscribe so you never miss a video. Yes, people, we've only gone and done it. When you think Spurs are down and out, done, I can't be bothered with them anymore, they somehow pull you back in because we've just managed to go away from home in a stadium that is notably incredible for atmosphere. The Frankfurt fans were on us from minute one. I was a bit intrigued to see how we'd cope with it, and I'm not going to lie to you, going into this one, I didn't really have a lot of hope. But wow, every single player this evening, I cannot fault any of them. The passion, the desire, the grit. I finally, for the first time in a long time, actually feel proud of the boys and Ange tonight. And it's in a massive contrast of probably the last 4 or 5 months. There was a job to be done tonight, and we've actually went out there and went and done it. Obviously, the team sheet came out. Spence wasn't starting, which did baffle me a little bit. Hold my hands up. Made the right call, played a doggy, had control of that whole left flank. Was there, making tackles, interceptions, driving the ball forward. Mate, incredible. And again tonight, there were so many from all the players, to be fair. Crosses coming into the box, and there was players actually putting their bodies on the line, which again, I haven't seen in a very long time. But yeah, big shout out to a doggy. To be fair, there's so many players that I could talk about for hours on end on how well they played tonight. Obviously, there was a few hairy moments. I think it was 1 or 2 balls played over the top, but we know that's been our vulnerable weak spot most of this season. But we luckily had Mickey van der Ven and Romero there, and I must say they were on their A game tonight. Like most of the players, like I said, it's probably the first time in a long time that I've actually seen us have some sort of shape. But when I say shape, in a sense that a defensive one that's actually can make tackles, that can intercept the ball, that can play the right pass, because there's been far too many times that we talk about it all the time. We put ourselves under way too much pressure. We had Vicario booting the ball out. We had Porro booting the ball out. Again, I must say, played excellently tonight. Had that side on lockdown too. I'm just baffled how, in a good way, how we've managed to come out and we've put those tackles in. There was times when I'd normally hide behind my pillow because I'd see that there was a pass on and boom, it got intercepted. And that's been a very long time coming for that to happen. Again, Bergvall. Mate, you could literally write a book on how good he is. Again, at such a young age, controlling that midfield. I thought Rodrigo Bentancur looked the best he's looked since his injury tonight. Just an absolute madness. Obviously, the goal came through after Maddison got absolutely clattered. I would say kebabbed, but clattered is probably a better word for it. I don't know what the keeper's thinking. I don't know how it wasn't a red. The ref tonight was... I don't like to sit here and say that the ref was awful, but he was awful. I'm going to say it. He was awful. He was horrendous. I don't know how the goalkeeper didn't get sent off. It was reckless. Should have got done for murder at points. I mean, to do it once... then to do it again later on in the game, ref had no control. But anyway, that's how we managed to win the penalty. And obviously, you're thinking to yourself, Sonny normally takes these ones. Obviously, Sonny left at home because he's got a bad foot. But Solanke, well, Tell first steps up, and then Ange demands Solanke, I believe, to take it. Obviously, I am a bit stressed at this point. I think we all were a little bit. But you know what? I shouldn't have been. Because cool, calm as a cucumber. Puts the ball down, takes a deep breaths. Takes a run, does a stutter, boom, straight down the middle, and it's 1-0. And the celebrations, mate, oh my days. Obviously, seeing Richarlison on the sideline as well just made my day. Going a big one like this, mate. The vibes tonight is how I want it to be for the last 4 or 5 months. We just haven't managed to do it. But tonight we were on form. Obviously, again, there was a few chances from Tell. Tell had quite a few shots outside the box, just went wide. Obviously, we then got to see Decky come on early because obviously Maddison had to go off. I thought it was concussion, but it did seem that he was holding his leg. So hopefully it's not concussion, but I'd prefer that if it means he's out for longer with his leg. But regardless, we saw Decky come in, and oh my word, we have so missed that man. Again, carries the ball with ease, just bullies players off balls, can hold his own. I've missed him so much. But yeah, there was only probably the last 15 minutes where I'm really thinking this is squeaky bum time. There was a lot of chances for Frankfurt. I'm not going to sit here and say we fully dominate. I'd say we did dominate the ball at times, but Frankfurt did have a lot of good chances that they probably should have finished. But that's football, and luckily for us, they didn't. So that was nice. And obviously Vicario pulling off an absolute wonder of a save near post. And obviously after Sunday's performance, he definitely upped his game. I think all the boys upped their game. They knew how much this game meant to us. They came out there with a fight, and like I say, the grit and determination that we have not seen in a very, very long time. Again, Vicario as well. There's so many times this season where I've seen him play the ball out from the back, and I'm thinking to myself, just boot the thing. Today, he did do that, and I'm very proud of him. And again, props to Ange. Like I say, you know that I've had enough of Ange the last, probably the longest I've probably kept my thoughts on Ange in terms of I still want to back him, but the last maybe month I haven't so felt it. But tonight he made the right substitutions. He even tweaked the formation at the right time, bringing Danso on. Yes, I think we did allow a lot more pressure going into that back five, but we managed to have a clean sheet. So big props to Ange. Whatever he said going into this game over the two legs, he's managed the game well, and I cannot fault that. Over the moon, so pleased. If you want to hear me ramble on about this again, I will be live on Radio 5 live tomorrow at 6:20. Now, I do know that's quite early for us, but I'm probably not going to sleep because I am so buzzing after that result. Please tune in for that. Like I say, over the moon, we're through to the next round of the Europa League. There'll be no Hollie Hotspurs on Monday because obviously we're playing Forest. Now, I might treat you all to a watch along for that, but I feel like it's not going to be as good as that Europa game, but we will see. Like I say, get your comments in the comment sections below. Please make sure you subscribe. And until next time, come on you Spurs.